What's going on, people? Terry here from Blunt Trips, coming to you from the Summit View Inn here in Denver, Colorado. And this place has a little bit of history to it, and I'm going to tell you all about it. But it is abandoned, and it looks like they're about ready to either tear it down or do some renovations to it. So before they do, I'm going to give you its history. So let's get started.
I'm trying to touch the States this time. 2021. Yeah, show him I can still rap though.
Now I'm in the game, I was on the bench. First I was renting, now I'm collecting rent. Run it up. First it with the Beamer, now I want the Benz. Spending all the back like here I go again. Outside says the chirp, now the camera phone. Told you I'ma make, keep the channels on. Why you acting different when the camera's on? Why you acting different like your paper long? 8 day wake up and I thank God. Bad decision got you wishing you could say nah. My city gritty, you could get hit any day now. On my mama, I'ma move my family way out. With some 20s, 50s, hundreds, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, zillions. I'm talking Amazon money, talking so much money I could mess around and buy Amazon. I've been winning, I'm like, why me? I heard these labels wanna buy me. I don't need you, boo, I style me. I roll G's and they grind me. Now I'm on my game, nothing is the same. Who am I to blame? Money made me change. Cardi in my ring when I'm switching lanes. Money in the carry on them Boeing planes. Money in the carry.
Before it was known as the Summit View Inn, this place originally opened in 1961 as the Gleason Manor Motel. It would later be sold and renamed as the King's Inn Motel before being renamed the Summit Inn Motel. Like most of the hotels here on Colfax Avenue, this place was doomed from the beginning with prostitution and drugs. Despite the name changes and different owners, this place developed quite a reputation among the locals. When digging up the history on this place, several stories stood out, including the murder of Shirley Rose Welch. That took place in 2008, January of 2008 actually. It would later be determined that a security guard who worked at this hotel, at the time it was known as the King's Inn Motel, would be the person who was responsible for her death. He also was a resident of the motel at the same time. In 2017, it was sold and renamed the Summit View Inn, and overnight the prices doubled. With just 3 days' notice, as many as 90 people, including infants, children, and some residents who had lived here as long as 14 years, were facing a homeless crisis. In fact, the city of Denver was facing a crisis. With no laws to protect residents of motels, even long-term, there was literally nothing the city could do. That is, until they decided to use the revenue from marijuana taxes to save these families, and hundreds of thousands of dollars was used for just that. In fact, the revenue from marijuana taxes in the state of Colorado has been used quite a bit for the homeless. So, now that all the families that once resided here for as long as 14 years were relocated, one would think, okay, new start, new beginning. Hopefully better luck next time. But that wasn't the case here at 11800 Colfax Avenue. In fact, just a few years later in 2021, we would see a repeat of the exact same thing. As many as 90 residents once again were told they had a matter of days to leave this property. And just like in history on this property, security would once again make the news. Though the property had security on it at all times after developing a reputation for drugs and prostitution, most of those residents felt secure with the security company that was here. That wasn't until the day they were told to leave when security had guns with them and forced these people out, many of them having to leave their belongings behind. There were many reports of residents being forced out on that final day by security guards with guns. Now, a little personal note I would like to let you guys know. This place, actually, on the 4th floor, those are actually apartments up there. They're full one-bedroom apartments on the 4th floor. They have a full kitchen in it, bathroom. They're full apartments. When we first moved to Denver and we started this channel, we were actually looking for a place for this channel, and this was one of the places we had actually considered. We had considered the 4th level up there so that we couldn't be found easy for one of the places that we were going to keep our channel at. Now, many people would say, well, why would you use a hotel, things like that? Well, the truth is, we have many reasons why we would not want to be found, and this was just one of the places we were considering. It would, not too many people would think that a YouTube channel would be at a hotel in this location. We thought it was great. Now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I have never been in any of these units, but one of the people that work at this channel did check this place out on the 4th floor, and this was one of the places we had considered. Back when I first started this channel, I did not want the channel to be at my house, because I have a kid, and I didn't want to be waking her up throughout the night, so we thought hotels was one of the places we looked at. Not long after we found the current location that we have our channel at, there started becoming issues here. Now, during the time they were trying to get these people out, and because I'll tell you what the plans are for this building here by the end of this series, but around that same time there was a mysterious fire that, to my understanding, is still under investigation. I believe that may have been part of the plan to force some of these people out. I don't have proof of that. It's just something, it kind of lines up with the things that were going on just before these people were forced out. But there was also a fire here in 2021. In the end, I'm so glad we did not choose this place for our channel up on the 4th floor, because it was just a matter of weeks later that this place started having issues with the fire and people getting thrown out and stuff. So it wasn't much longer after we ended up deciding where we're at that this place started having issues. Now, as far as which unit were we going to be in, I could not tell you. Again, I never got to actually go in the units here to check it out. I was busy with other things with the channel. We had somebody that worked with the channel come check this place out for reference and come back to us, and in the end, this was not the one that we ended up choosing. Now, as far as future plans for this building, most of the time when I go to a location like this, my team will not let me know like the final details until I'm pretty much done filming. They'll either send me a text when I let them know, or after the filming's done and it'll be voiced in editing. But with that said, the future plans for this building, now that I'm pretty much done at this location, is they do plan to turn this into actual apartments. Now, it is the same company that owns it that had forced these people out. It's also the same company back in 2017 that raised their prices to double the rates overnight once they purchased it, immediately after purchasing. Now, to be clear, when the murder took place in 2008, the current company that owns this did not own this property at that time. But that's not to take away from any of the crimes that take place or have taken place on this property since this company has owned it, regardless of what security they've had on the property. Colfax is filled with many motels that have shady stories. In fact, just down the street from here, I just recently did the Voyeur Motel that was torn down. That's less than a block away. But you can go up and down Colfax and you can pick any motel you want, and I'm sure every one of them's got a dark secret. And speaking of dark, it's about time for me to bounce. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so. But for now, I'm out of here. Until next time, you all stay cool.
Caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up, cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad, chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back, I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me, ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact, give me one shot.